Hello and welcome to race day from Dragon Trail Seaside 2 circuit in Croatia for round 28 of the Nations Cup. Now, if you didn't see the previous video showing the qualifying, we're about to have a look at the grid, and straight away you can see second place is missing. Well, there's Gonza MP with a 139.7, so second is missing, so I'm in third with a 140.9. In fourth place, Tomato 11235 with a 141.0. Fifth place, Monster Wiwo with 141.2, and in sixth, Mario Guti 25 141.4. Ibiza Lex BX 141.6 in seventh, and in eighth, Just X11 with 141.7 as well. Ninth, Jiran B with a 141.7 as well, very close there in midfield. 141.8 from Spezi in 10th. 11th place, MS Dabba with a 142.2. 12th place, Backspace 6996 142.3. 13th, Vantagiato with another 142.3, and 14th, Jiu-Jitsu Formula 142.7. In 15th place, Vash with a 143.3, and behind him in 16th, Morgan Aero with another 143.3. 17th place is Rata 8484 with a 143.5. Ezio Rubbins, we've raced against him before, in 18th, 143.6. Voodoo 144 dead in 19th, and bringing up the rear, Dutch star Demin with a 144.7. So we did a good job in qualifying. Second place has unfortunately dropped out for whatever reason, and Gonza in qualifying was a good 1.1 seconds faster than me. There are 3 B-rated drivers in this race, but they are starting third now. I think 10th and 20th, I think they were the B drivers. So we need a good start. We need to avoid the trouble into this first corner, and indeed through the first few corners while we're all close together. So can I stay clear? Yep. So I got the braking zone right. Again, braking zone the first corner is always a bit different because you're not reaching it at top speed. You've got to work out where to brake, so it's closed us up a little bit, but certainly we're all clear going through there into this tricky double chicane. The guy in third place just nudges the wall there, which opens up a small gap. I go very close to the wall there on the exit, but okay. Now the guy in first place, Gonza, like I said, he was over second faster than me in qualifying. Whether that's just a one-off or whether that's a regular thing, so at the moment, if I can keep it clear, I'd be more than happy with the second place finish. So let's just settle down. So we've pulled out a gap already, so has Gonza a little bit. So it's all about not making mistakes. We can't blame anybody else now. There's nobody around us. So as long as we can put in some good clean laps and not make our own mistakes, we should have a good result here. Now, my plan is to stop 3 times in this race using the hards, just for a very short final stint at the end of the race. So that's the plan. 3 stints on mediums and a final stint on hards at the end. So let's see how that pans out. As always, it's flexible. We'll kind of take our cue from maybe other pit stops or gaps that we've got from 2 other people behind and in front of us. So we'll take our cue from that. Very flexible strategy, always in motion. And we crossed the line in second place, 148.8, which is a fairly respectable opening lap. Considering that me kind of average times is 141s, possibly 142s. I did manage to get the 140.9 for qualifying, which where I was able to qualify so high. It was actually the last lap of qualifying where it pushed me up. When I was sitting in 8th position, it pushed me up all the way to 3rd, but you can watch that in the previous video if you click on the card at the top of your screen. And other than that, let's keep going. So this is it's a really late apex on this corner. You look like you're heading out to no man's land in that corner, but it's a late apex, so that's all well and good. Now we're skipping to lap 7 now. You haven't missed anything.
Pit at the end of this lap.
There's been no pit stops whatsoever, as you just hear my pit crew telling me to pit at the end of this lap. So we're only 2.5 seconds ahead of third place. We're going to lose a space or two as we come out, so 3.3 going into it. So here we are, we're putting mediums on again, and we come out just behind third. Mario Gutti still behind us in 5th. In fact, you just saw him before that final corner. So there we go, there's second and third just up the road. We're not that far behind after a pit stop, so that's pretty good. Now can I catch them up, or are they going to pit before I get there? Oh, now already third has collided with the barrier in there. I wasn't able to get past him while he was great, so I'm going to have to find another way past him. Someone else has gone off. There's a yellow flag. No, is that? Oh yeah, just saw a flash of a greyed out car on the exit of that corner. He'd span off, so we're up into third. Still close by Monster Weewo. Have a look down the inside of that corner. No, not quite. So we're chasing him through these S's. We're sticking really closely together with him. So after these 7.5 laps, obviously with a new set of tyres on me, I've got far much grip coming through these corners. I've just got to find a way past at one of them. Oh, as we watch the leader, or see the leader coming on his medium tyres for his first pit stop. He's very wide on the exit there, very, very wide. Now, either pressured him to brake in too late, or he's just got no grip left in his tyres. I wouldn't be half as surprised to see him pitting now. Let's have a look in the mirror. Yep, indeed, there he goes. Monster Weewo pits at the end of lap 8. So he had an extra, and he's coming on mediums, so the same starting tyre as me. He just chose to have an extra lap on them, which, yeah, he's come out on hards. So he has actually served his requirements, so that may well be his only stop of the race. Monster Weewo comes out on hard tyres at the beginning of lap 9. He's come out in 4th place as we skip back up to me in 2nd, very close to the barriers there, coming through this double chicane complex and up to the hairpin, and skipping to lap 10. Now again, you've missed nothing. Monster Weewo is still in 4th. He might have actually gained a position there. Mario Gutti is 3.6 seconds behind me, and I'm 14 seconds off the leader, who hasn't pitted yet. Now here is Mario Gutti in 3rd. While we're looking at him, he's coming through there. He's clipped the inside barrier just enough to send him into the outside barrier there. That's cost him a lot of time, and he's got a penalty for his problems as well. So that means that Monster Weewo comes back up into 3rd as Mario drops down to 5th. But that will actually give me even more time behind me to Monster Weewo now, as 3rd place changes hands. Unfortunately, Mario just skimmed the inside barrier there, which just put him off. So here we go, 15 seconds off the leader, who still hasn't pitted, 8.5 seconds back down to 3rd place. So I've actually got a pit stop in hand. So Gonza MP hasn't pitted yet. It may well be that after 10 laps we see him. Oh, here we go, spoke too soon indeed. He's coming to the pits now. So how close will we be when he exits? Oh, he's actually putting a bit of fuel in as well. Okay, so he's put a bit of fuel in. Now I found in free practice that I didn't need fuel. I could do 20 laps. Now it's quite possible that because he's faster than I am, he's using more fuel than I am. Maybe at just my particular pace, I'm just conserving enough fuel just to go the 20 laps. But it was close, but I'm okay with that. So lap 10, fastest lap so far for me. We skipped to lap 13.
Box. You've enough gap to third.
There we go. After the pit crew instructed us to pit again, got a nice gap to third place. Coming in for another stint on mediums. Got a bit confused there because the actual tyres were white. The branding on it was white as we see Jiu-Jitsu pit from fourth. Confused me a little bit, thinking I'd missed the pit stop for the hards, but of course the tyres aren't different colours. Whatever tyre someone puts on, they're always going to be the white tyre. So there we go. So we're still in second. We had a good clear pit stop window as I was advised over third place. Jiu-Jitsu pits from fourth and comes out just ahead. Sorry, he comes out in fifth. He pits from fourth, comes out in fifth, just ahead of Just X11. So we'll watch this battle for a little while, see if Just X11 can get past. Obviously Mario Gutti has moved up, but I believe he hasn't pitted yet either. So at the moment, the top 6 people, there's Mario Gutti and Just X11 that haven't pitted. We've all pitted once. No, I've pitted twice actually. Everyone else has pitted once. So even with a second extra pit stop, I'm still sitting in second place with a nice decent gap, which we'll have a look at when we clip back to us. Now you look at Just X11's car, it's twitching about on the track. That usually gives indication he's maybe got using a controller as opposed to a wheel, as opposed to Jiu-Jitsu's very smooth lines. So if I had to guess, I'd say Jiu-Jitsu's losing a steering wheel and Just X11's using a controller. But it's working for them both, whatever works for you. If you can make the controller work, then good on you, you go for it. So they're coming up to complete that lap now. And here we see Mario Gutti in for his pit stop, coming on hard tyres at the end of lap 14. And going out with a tiny bit of fuel possibly there. Now he's going out on mediums, there we go. A bit later, but changing the logo there. So yeah, you have to use both compounds. You can't just do the race on any one, you have to use both of the compounds in this race. And he comes out in 6th place, so there we go, top 6 with the exception of possibly Just X11, which we haven't seen much of because he's come from outside the top 8. All pitted at least once and I've pitted twice. There we go, 7.8 seconds gap to the leader, 6.5 seconds back to third place. We're even having that extra pit stop. I'm only a pit stop. Now heading up to lap 19, coming up to the end of the last race.
Okay, come in for your hard tyres.
And there's the instruction to come in for my final pit stop for my regulation tyres. So we're 13.5 seconds clear of third and just dropped back to 10 seconds. There you go, click the hard tyres. As you can see, they still look the same, the tyres, they don't change. So we're going to come out, hopefully, with about 7 or 8 seconds when he crosses the line. Oh, there you go, 9.8 point. Let it settle down, let it settle down. 7.5 seconds, we were clear of third place. And here comes Gonza MP to cross the line for the win. Congratulations to him, well done. And I'm somewhere about 18 seconds behind after an extra pit stop. I'm more than happy with that. He was faster to start with, we knew he was faster. Had a clean race, made an extra pit stop and still finished well ahead of third place, who's just coming around the final corner as you saw in the distance.
Awesome job, mate. That P2.
Yes, it is, P2. Yep, great win, clean race. Very boring race, but a clean race, which, as we've said many times before, it's fundamental to crossing the line in a good position. 19.3 seconds off the leader in the end. And there we are, celebrating me silver medal, picking up 44 points for the championship. And we'll just take a final look at my standings. There you go. I've made it into the top 10 in the East Riding of Yorkshire. I've made it into the top 1,000 in the United Kingdom. And as a result of that race, I've also moved up to driver B rating. Excellent. Great race. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.